All right, G. So, today what we're going to be going over. Is something called the 5-4-5 method, okay? The 5-4-5 method is the cornerstone to my discipline. It helps me stay locked into my purpose and my goals, and whenever I do fall off track, bro, I hop right back on my 5-4-5 method and it keeps me grounded and honestly, dog, sane. So I'm going to show you guys how you can do a 5-4-5 method for yourself and really what it is. All right. So essentially what the 5-4-5 method is going to be 5 goals. All right. It's going to be a 4-step morning routine. Okay. And then it's going to be 5 actionable daily tasks that are going to accommodate to our 5 goals. All right. So we're going to break it down. How do you make a 5-4-5 method? Okay, so when it comes down to the 4-step morning routine, that's what we're going to prioritize first. So our 4-step morning routine, okay, 4 steps. Now, first of all, bro, you need to make sure when you wake up in the morning, it is a consistent morning time. Consistent. So you're going to pick a time. I wake up at 4:30 every single day. It's a non-negotiable for me. Okay? 4 steps. All right? So, for example, I'm going to show, right now, I'm looking at my 5-4-5 method right now. I have a 7-step morning routine, so we're just going to create one together. All right? So, 4 steps. Let's say we wake up, boom, 4:30 a.m. wake up. Right? We wake up at 4:30, we do our thing. 4:30 a.m. wake up, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm not the best writer too, so I'm working on it. 4:30 a.m. wake up, what are we going to do first? We drink, we hydrate. We're going to hydrate. Alright? I actually do this. This is actually my steps. So that's like one of my first steps that I do is I hydrate. Reason why you want to hydrate, bro, is because electrolytes, water, you know what I'm saying? When you sleep, you wake up actually extremely dehydrated because of all the breathing that you're doing. So you're not going to be cognitively fully there in the morning if you don't hydrate. So honestly, dude, for my clients and my guys, I always tell them, bro, hydrate. Make that your first step of your 4-step morning routine. So hydrate. All right, boom. That's going to be our first step. Second step, you can do shit. You can do like read. Right? So I'm kind of like giving y'all my 7-step morning routine. So like what I do is I wake up in the morning, I hydrate, and then I make a coffee, make bed, I do all that shit. But okay, we hydrate, we can read. That can be our 2nd step, right? Then our 3rd step, what we can do is meditate. Notice, man, this is all good for the mind. Like we're just talking strictly mindset, right? Hydrating so your cognitive abilities are going to be fully there, right? Reading, priming your mind first thing in the morning with education, not your damn phone. Don't go on your phone, bro. Do not go on your phone, G. That's the last thing you want to do is go on your phone, right? Read book and then meditate. Meditation, bro, scientifically is proven to shrink a part of our brain called the amygdala, the fight or flight center of our brain. That's the part of our brain that's known for causing anxiety and having us feel anxious. It will literally shrink that part of the brain. So meditation, bro, is a game changer. You should start meditating. And what else should we do? All right, our 4th step, 50 push-ups. Yeah. All right, 50 push-ups, man. So here's the thing. All this stuff that we're talking about here, right? 4:30 a.m. wake up, hydrate, read, meditate, 50 push-ups. This is priming your mind to tackle the day, okay? This is priming your mind to have a good flow state. Okay, if we want to be the best physical version, mental version, financial version, spiritual version of ourselves, we need to have discipline. This is priming our discipline muscle. Okay, there's a part of our brain called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, which that's going to be the discipline muscle, right? That's your willpower. So when we do this, we're strengthening that part of the brain every single day, so we're able to do the things that we don't want to do. Okay, you need to do this every single day, bro. Even on the weekends. I don't give a shit what your friends say. Oh, I want to go out on the weekend. Let's get lit, bro. Screw them. Don't do that shit. That's just going to mess you up, okay? You need to stay locked in on this, okay? That's going to be your 4-step morning routine, all right? So we broke that down. Cool. Cool, man. All right, now we're going to talk about, what should we talk about? We're going to talk about our goals. Now we're going to talk about our goals, okay? So we have the 4 steps. Now we're going to talk about 5 goals, all right? 5 goals. That's an A. 5 goals. Okay. So here's the thing. A lot of people, when they make their goals, you don't know how to make goals properly. I used to be the exact same way though. So whenever you make goals, you want to use these 2 things. I intend or I will. Or I need. Okay? That's how you need to start all of your goals. So usually when it comes down to making these goals, you want to make them big, bro. Make them big to the point where they're scary, right? So for example, let's make our 5 goals now. I will retire my family. That's going to be one of the goals, okay? But here's the thing. You want to make a goal really good, you want to also set a time frame on it. So you want to say, I will, or I intend, or I need, right? I will retire my family before I turn, that's our first goal, 25. I will retire my family before I turn 25. So this is how you make goals, bro. The reason why we want to say I will is because what it does is your brain identifies with I will, right? It identifies with I. So it's putting you in that state of mind where you're like, okay, I will do this, right? For example, people, when they make goals sometimes, they'll put, you need to do this, like they're talking to themselves. That shit does not work. Because when you say you in English terms and in social situations, you're talking to somebody else. You need to say I, okay? So yeah, we got the I will, retire my family, and then the time frame before I turn 25. That's going to be our first goal. All right, let's do a second goal. I will get to 170 before, today's October 8th, so January 1st, 2025. Okay, perfect. This is a perfect goal. Oh shit. This is a perfect goal. I'm gonna explain to you why. So we got the I will get to 170 before January 1st of 2025. And we have a time frame. You always want to put a time frame on your goals, bro, because then it's going to make you feel like, all right, I need to get to work. I need to, it gives you some urgency. So that's going to be our second goal. What's going to be our third goal? What should it be, guys? What should it be? I will become a man of God daily. That's a good goal. That's a pretty good goal, right? It's not like it's not a one and done goal. It's an everyday goal, which we like. We can do those too. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be your 545. These are, I'm just making them for examples, right? So I will become a man of God daily. So we're gonna talk about how we're gonna get to all these with the 5 actions pretty soon. Everything's gonna make sense in a little bit, right? What can be our fourth goal? Our fourth goal can be, I need to stay sober until I complete my first goal. How about that one? Guys, that's a good goal right there. Oh yeah, right? I need to stay sober until I complete my first goal. Boom! Yes, bro. That is beautiful, right? Because it's going to relate to this one. See, I have a problem with drinking, bro. Like, when I drink, I'm like an alcoholic. I used to do a bunch of drugs in the past, too. Cocaine, weed. I got drugged with heroin one time. Yeah, man. I was a degenerate, okay? Came a long way. But I'm going to tell you something. This 545 is why. This is why I am here today. And I'm not doing drugs in somebody's apartment that I never met before. Alright? I need to stay sober until I complete my first goal. That's a great goal. Time frame. Right? Same time frame. Perfect. And then our fifth goal can be, I will make a 100K before I turn 25. Another one. I will make 100K before I turn 25. I spelled before wrong. Right? That's good. These are good goals, bro. Okay? So here's the thing with your goals. When you make these goals, you want to put them on a board like this. Like your 545, you want to make it look nice. Like I'm making it big so we can talk about it and see it, but you want to put it somewhere and you're going to look at it every single day, bro. You're going to look at this shit every single day so it reminds you. Okay? It becomes a part of your subconscious. There's 2 parts of our brain. The subconscious mind and the conscious mind. The conscious mind is you listening to this video while I'm talking to you. And the subconscious is like, think of it like the browser to your, think about it like the history tab of your browser, right? It stores all the information. That's your subconscious. This is going to get in our subconscious if we consistently see it every single day. So that's going to be our 5 goals. So yes, we went over our 5 goals and then our 4-step morning routine. Now, we're going to talk about the actions. Okay? So, hopefully I remember these. Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. So, okay. So, our 5 actions. All right. So the first one was, I will retire my family, right? Yup, that's what it was. Okay. So your 5 actions, what they're going to be are daily actionable tasks that are going to eventually help you lead to achieving the goal. Okay? So 5 actions, I will retire my family. What is it that we need to do to retire our family? I will stay focused. No. I did 4 hours of deep work today. All right? I did 4 hours of deep work today. Perfect. So that's going to eventually get us to retiring our family doing 4 hours of deep work, right? Or I did 4 hours of working on my business today. Something like that, right? Honestly, I don't even remember the last one, so I'm going to look at the video and see what the heck the last ones were. Hold on. Okay, so for our second goal, we're going to make an action towards it. So what was the second goal? It was, I will get to 170. Okay, yep, okay. So how do we do that? When it comes down to weight loss, bro, let's say that we want to lose weight and get to 170. When it comes down to weight loss, G, it's all diet. I'm gonna keep it G with you. It's all diet, bro. I got shredded from just dialing in my diet. Working out too, but diet is like 95% of it. So I tracked everything today. All right, I tracked everything today, bro. I tracked everything today. All right. Shit. Okay, I tracked everything today. That's gonna eventually get us to 170 if we're tracking our food, bro. You can use an app called MyFitnessPal to track your food. Stop being a bitch. It's not hard to track your food at all, bro. All right. Number 3, I believe, was we want to get closer to God. I need to stop cursing, bro. I know. I want to get closer to God. I read the Bible today. Okay? I read the Bible today, bro. The 4th one is we want to get sober, right? So we gonna say, I stayed sober today. I do not have the best writing. I think I kind of have dyslexia, honestly. So just bear with me. I stayed sober today. Okay? Just focus on today, bro. Stop thinking about the future. Stop overthinking about what you did in the past. Just focus on the present moment, living in the now. Meditation will help with that, G. Meditation will help with that. And the last one was, we want to get our business to 100K, right? So, I worked 4 hours on the biz, that's a B, biz today. Right? I worked 4 hours on the biz today. All right? This one, I did 4 hours of deep work today. That can be physical development, spiritual development, any self-development. This is specifically talking about the business, though. You see what we did here, and you're going to do this every single day. Obviously, you're going to do these every day, right? So your 4-step morning routine that's going to prime your mind so you can literally attack the day with pure vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Right? Your 5 goals that eventually the 5 actionable tasks that you're going to do on a day-to-day basis is going to get you to those goals. Bro, you do this. You do this 5-4-5 method, you are going to become the best version of yourself, the 2.0 version of yourself that you've always wanted to be. I guarantee you, just like I still consistently am, all right? So if you found any value in this video today, man, hey, like this video, subscribe, because I'm not going to stop making these videos. And if you want help with creating like a more in-depth 5-4-5 where you potentially want me to help you become a better version of yourself, book a call with me in the calendar link below. We'll see if I can help you. And my Instagram is going to be in the description below too. So, hey, man, I love you. God loves you too. And just keep pushing, bro. You need to do this, though, if you want to become successful. I love you. Peace out.